What's going down, y'all? Welcome to another video. Today's video, man, a very short, easy haircut tutorial for you guys. A very common haircut, but I gotta say, the quality of this tutorial isn't the same as my previous haircut tutorials. The story behind that is my client walked in, and I remember like a few weeks ago, so I got a DM and someone asked me to do a haircut tutorial on the haircut that I did for the Walmart Clipper Challenge. I don't know if you guys remember that video. If you haven't seen it, link will be down in the description. Basically, he walked in. I remember that I got a request for this haircut tutorial, so I just grabbed my tripod, and the angles, the quality, the overall cleanliness of this video isn't the same. So I apologize for that. I don't know what else to say, man. We just gonna have to cut to it. So y'all really thought y'all was gonna get away with it, right? I'm gonna go a whole intro without mentioning my calves. Y'all seen what happened, I seen what happened. So don't act surprised when we 2016 NBA champions, you feel me? Now y'all can watch the video. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my Osler fast feed and take down his hair using a number 1 guard or 1 purple Andis guard. I originally had the lever halfway open, but I eventually closed it all the way, so it's just an all even number 1 with the grain. You guys gotta notice that I always comb before I cut the hair. That way I know what hairs are going in a natural wave pattern, the natural way that his hair grows. You never want to go against the grain when someone has waves, because you're gonna cut like a bald spot. Like, not a bald spot, but it's gonna be shorter than you initially intended to be. So comb first and then go with the grain. And be careful on this crown because crowns grow in a swirl motion and it's easy to knock out a hair, knock out a patch that you did want to cut. And after you do that, you want to brush his hair all out, and then I spray alcohol just to knock out any grease or any dirt in his hair, and it gives me just a clean, all laid down, pressed canvas. Basically, it's a clean canvas to work with. Now, me personally, this haircut would look good with a mid ball fade with no hook. It looks dope with a low ball taper, but I would prefer a mid ball taper. But we're gonna bald out his sideburns and all the hair under his neck. So I grab my wall detailers and make our first guideline like right below his ear, like right at the top of his ear. And then I bald out his neck taper like right at the bottom of his ears. Now we're gonna fade out his taper, so I grab my fast feeds closed and make our first guideline. This part of the video, man, this is where it goes out of focus, the angle isn't right. It's hard doing just a tripod, so forgive me. Now we're gonna open up the lever and make another guideline right on top of that. All my videos are the same steps. I don't know. This video is kind of different, but it's along the guidelines of any other tutorial of mine. Now you should open and close the lever between the 2 guidelines, open and close the lever, and knock that line out in between the 2 layers. Then we're gonna grab our 1/16 purple guard and make another guideline right on top of that. Not too big because we are getting to the top of his taper, like I always say. So that 1/16 close is just a fill-in guideline for you guys. We're gonna open or close our lever like kind of all the way and then flick that line out between all the way open with no guard up to that 1/16. I'm gonna grab a number 1 guard, closed, and make another guideline, but we're kind of flicking out but also making another guideline, if that makes sense. We're starting to fade up into the top of his taper, the very top of his taper. We're gonna open up a lever and fade out the very top of his taper up into his waves. And then in between that closed number 1 up to the open number 1, we're just gonna open and close out that number 1 guard and fade out the very top of his taper. And then this part we're gonna fade, like we're gonna press the top of his taper down so it blends better. So I grab my 1/16 with the grain and just hitting it a little bit just to make the details pop out more, make more gradiency, just make it flow better. Then I take that same guard, and then between that 1/16 close up into that 1 guard close, we're just gonna open and close our 1/16 guard. And one thing you guys have to know about me, man, is I don't really pay too close of details in the back taper until I'm done lining it up. Because when you line it up, the taper pops out more and you get the real effect of the taper you just did. So I wait till I'm done lining up the back and then I go back in and knock out all the details. We're gonna start out with the Arsenal Fast Feet closed, make a first guideline, open the clipper up, make another guideline right on top of that. Now we're gonna grab our one guard all the way open and fade up into the top of his taper. Again, to press his waves down into the taper, I grab that 1/16 guard with the grain. It's a very simple step, but it makes the haircut look that much cleaner. It makes the taper that much cleaner. Then that same guard like I did in the back, just flip that 1/16 guard over and knock out that layer between open with no guard up into the 1.5. And then to fade out the bottom of this taper, man, just open and close with no guard and your taper's done. I lied, it's not done. You have to knock out the bottom line, so I just grab my detailers and use the very corner of the blade and the line pops right out. Now to prep his lineup, I grab that 1/16 guard with the grain, the same guard from the whole video, and just lay the hairs down that are sticking up in the front of his hairline. Then to eliminate all the grease, grime, dirt, spray some alcohol, brush it in, blow dry it. Now with lineups, man, y'all seen his hairline was a mess. It was kind of bi-leveled, kind of crooked, so just don't push it back, but make it straight. Keep it natural. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're wondering what clipper I'm using, if you don't know, that's the Andis TL liner with the deep tooth blades. I do get them sharpened. I do zero gap them, in case you guys are wondering. Done connecting the hairline, you always want to step back and get like a further view of it and then make it straight from there. My client was getting a part. I didn't film the whole thing because my memory card was full, so just make a straight line. If you can't make a straight line, I don't think you should be cutting hair. So I don't know, picture the part and then put it in his head. I don't know what to tell you. Parts are very easy. This one's stupid easy, so. To produce more gradiency in someone's taper, always go in with the electric shaver and knock out the very bottom of his taper. It just makes the taper pop more. Those little stand-up hairs, I hate that when someone has waves or just any haircut. So I grab my shears. Details would matter, so I just knock those hairs out. And this tip, man, don't be scared to do this. It makes the haircut so much cleaner. I learned it years ago on YouTube. So just take your electric shaver and basically brush his waves down. It won't make a bald spot or anything. It's just gonna get those the littlest, tiniest stand-up hairs. Alright, you guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If I felt like I was rushing through it, I probably was. Like I said, this video was a favor for somebody. If you guys did like it, hit the like button. If you didn't, I don't blame you. It wasn't the best quality. But more tutorials are coming, so hit that subscribe button. If you're subscribed to me for the haircut videos, I promise more videos are coming very soon. Other than that, man, as always, thanks for supporting. Thanks for always rocking with me. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.